is running. Hello, everybody. I'm Malujak.
I'm Taylor.
And we're the Peopleorians. And welcome back to Phoenix Wright. I'm gonna check the Twitch to make sure that everything's running properly. Gotta
check, please.
The audio. Check, please.
Thanks, Shelby.
Fucking love Shelby. He's great.
So Lujak, did you have a little story to reel in? Because I do.
Not at this specific moment. What's your
hit continue,
story?
and I will start my
Hang on,
story.
I can't do an audio check on here. Taylor, do an audio check. Make sure everything
check.
sounds
right. Yeah. Okay.
On your thing. Because I think we were having issues with the audio last week. Gotta make sure
that's the highest it can go.
That the audio's right. Dun, 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 dun. I love this music.
Alright, well, it sounds okay. Relatively even.
Are you audible? Am I audible? Are we both audible?
We're both audible at audible.com.
Alright. Sponsored by Audible. No, we're not.
Actually, no, Lujak, you should boost your gain a little bit.
Boost gain. Does that mean turn it up?
Input gain. Just go down to the little bar.
Gain,
you don't even have to open the filters.
Input gain. Okay, turning up.
Let me know when it's working, and then just say some words.
How about now? Try now. Na 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 na.
You gotta be boosted a little bit more.
Boosting more. How about now?
It's a little better. Let me see if I can hear me. Okay, so I'm loud and clear, and you're a little better, but you could still be louder. But also, I don't hear the game at all.
What? What do you mean you don't hear the game at all? How can you not hear the game at all?
You're the OBS man. You're the man who's supposed to use the OBS.
You're the one who fucked with the settings when you were over here.
I'd set it to. I don't change any of the filters or anything. I just set it the auxiliary. But it should be set back to let's see here. That'd be output. So if anything.
Let's see, output. What does the output look like? Gain. Maybe I need to turn up the gain for it.
Yeah, but you gotta like.
Or maybe it's the noise gate.
You gotta turn me down though. On Discord. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like way too loud compared to the game.
Alright, yeah.
And then let me check again. Oh. Interesting. Oh, Lujak.
What?
I think we set our noise. We set our noise gate way too strong.
Possibly. How do I turn you down?
Just turn me down on Discord or something. I'm not actually.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to do.
Where the heck is oh. Maybe if Jenny was here, she'd be able to listen to the audio. It's very difficult checking the audio when you're also talking.
It is.
Wait a minute, I have an idea.
Okay, am I just dumb? I legitimately cannot figure out how to. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I was gonna turn. Oh wait.
There, I turned
I was gonna
it
turn
down.
down my. Oh, I was gonna say I could just turn down my transmit volume.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I figured it out.
Wait, what does it sound like when I do this?
Sounds fine to me. What's it sound like on Twitch?
Does that do anything? Huh. Yeah, Lujack, you gotta, what's the word? You have to lower the, noise, sorry. You have to lower the noise gate. I think it's, the noise gate is so aggressive right now, it's cutting out, like, all of the audio from the game itself.
Okay. Noise gate for the audio input? Or output?
It should be output, and I think slide both of them to the left to, a lower negative.
For the thresholds?
Yeah.
Okay, I moved both of them to the left a bunch. Is that any better?
Oh, hold on. You can hear the music now. That's good. Woo! Nice.
Are we good?
Hey, how's it sound? Oh, Lujack, you gotta boost your mic a little bit, though.
Hey, Jenny's here. Boost my mic. Okay.
And I'm gonna turn mine down just a little bit.
Gain?
Yeah, either gain or mess with the output gain on your compression filter.
I turned up my input gain. Is that any better?
Yeah, your input. Let's see here.
Saying some stuff. Jenny says it's good on all fronts. Alright.
Lujack, you should go up a few more decibels.
Going up a few more decibels.
Those are rookie numbers. You gotta boost those numbers.
Get out of here. I'm not gonna use you in my settings or whatever. I still have not actually seen that video. How's my sound now?
Alright, now... wait. Alright, and then I'm gonna turn my... We're evening it all out, basically. Which is why I'm,
Welcome to stream settings,
and
the
it should be
game.
like, now. Also, you should hit that button.
Hit that button. Alright. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright. Here we got Patrick Warburton impressionist, Mr. White.
It was the beginning of September. Do you remember? It was the 21st day of September.
The 21st day of September, the 21st day specifically.
The week before the murder.
Before the murder made
Maya,
specifically for Maya.
The murder specially arranged for Maya.
The murder that I especially committed myself. I mean, what?
Hold on.
Bobby, stop shouting, I'm streaming. You know better.
No, it doesn't. Go upstairs. Oh. Oh, stop whatever it is you're doing. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, no, this is the testimony, so I'm not reading the lines.
Oh yeah, right.
Actually,
right.
no, I think I'm reading these ones, but when they're green, I don't read them. I had entered the fake Go law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass nightstand. Let the court record show that the music turned off when it looked over here. So you saw the stand the night of the incident. Was it the 1994 or the 2020 adaptation of the stand?
See, I thought you were gonna go for some kind of JoJo reference.
No, I was going for the joke that I looked up like last second or a previous episode where I was like, wait a minute. Was The Stand a movie? Oh, it was a series. Wait, there's 94 and like a 2021 or whatever.
Say what?
Yeah.
All
And this
right.
is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. Jenny says Bobby going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Thanks, Jenny.
Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
Correct. That is right. He was going absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He was going
I see.
absolutely
Very
cuckoo.
well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine.
I'm gonna cross-examine the shit out of this motherfucker. God, what am I supposed to do now?
But if he planted the wiretap, or was he like scoping the place out? Because if he had planted the wiretap, wouldn't there also be a wiretap over there, like in the office?
Man, I don't know.
Is that we picked ours up? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we picked ours up at the hotel.
I don't actually know how wiretaps work, so I don't know.
Wait, was there even a
many,
wiretap at Fay and Cola offices?
I don't know.
Huh.
I figured, because I don't actually know how like wiretaps work, so I figured that that if you could somehow get access to like one of the like big chunky lines, just like power, like electricity, that you could somehow like decipher the calls going through it or something. But I don't think you could do that from like the phone of like the hotel across the street. I feel like they would have relatively separate lines.
Man, you know what one of my favorite parts of Sly 2 was planning the wiretaps.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, like each stage would start out with you like scoping out a place and like disguising a bug as something that you would just find in this dude's room. And you would like go to your hideout and you would hear them talking on the little speaker while you're logging into ThiefNet and selling shit and buying upgrades and whatnot. And it was really cool. Yeah, ThiefNet.
You ever just get up and log into ThiefNet?
Yeah, every time I play Sly Cooper games. Man, I love Sly.
There's a thing like that in Traveler, which is like normally fairly serious, but there's actually like a what's the word? There's like a series of planets around, like there's a planet called like Thieves, like Theev, and it's like known for its pirate vessels. And I'm like, come on, guys.
All right.
1-800, come on now. That is pretty funny though.
You're lying.
Good luck, Phoenix.
The wiretapping. Look, man, I know it's probably frowned upon to bug a dude's place, but in fairness, this dude's getting high on spice and just raging on everyone. Like, that's a problem, man.
Who are we talking about?
Rajan from Sly 2.
Okay.
He was the tiger dude. He was an illegal spice trader. The spices would like make you go all ragey.
You keep saying it must flow. I don't get that reference because I've never seen whatever it is he's talking about.
Yeah, that's one of the things I remember. That's one of the ones I remember most. It was like you would go to your hideout and on speaker, Rajan would be like eating spice and just throwing tantrums all the time.
I love that. There's a joke like that in Bob's Burgers that I really love. Like it's just like it's a very Bob's Burgers like comedy. Where it's like, where there's this misconnections situation where like someone was just ensorcelled by someone, But she met him at a party and then he disappeared and she couldn't find him again. She's like, yeah, I've been looking for him ever since. We were at a costume party and he was dressed as Spartacus and he left. So I was looking around. I was like, hey, has anyone seen Spartacus? And they kept saying, I am Spartacus, but I didn't know I hadn't seen the movie, so I didn't know what they were talking about.
That's funny. Jenny says it's Dune. Ha! I know enough about Dune to get the joke, but I know nothing actually about Dune. No, it's funny because like I always assumed that spice was just a stand-in for drugs, and then I learned at some point that spice was also like an actual thing that was also illegal that you could smoke, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, there's guaranteed there's already a drug that's called spice.
Yeah.
The kids on the street are calling it Slender Aphrodite. One hit of this and you'll forget how to weave.
They call this shit here the Cat Williams. One hit of that and you go deaf. Blah, can't hear shit. It was the beginning of September.
They call it the
murder.
They call it the oh man, I'm out of gags, but Star Wars has both spices. Yeah. That's the funny thing is that I know that spice is supposed to be like a stand-in for a drug, but what's funny is that it's mined in like the spice mines, or at least one of the types of spices, which means that it's not a mineral, or what's the word? It's not a plant. It's like a mineral. Which is kind of interesting as a concept. Because, like, that means, like, no one's, I guess that explains why, like, certain, like, groups have such a tight grip on it, because, like, if you can't grow it, it means that you can't, like, take it to a planet and grow it there. But you think if there were, like, drugs that you can grow in your backyard or whatever in Star Wars, that would just be a huge thing, like, on the outer rim or whatever. Because it's like, oh, you think someone's gonna like search all of Dagobah to find your legal pot farm? It would just be so difficult. It's like, oh, I don't know, it's a green plant. What am I looking for?
Show up at a pot farm with a flamethrower like it's Far Cry 3. We light up the place and make them all have fun. We blaze the fire, make it burn down.
It says, at this point, Your Honor, it's the witness said that he had to make it Bundum. You hear the court stenographer just like... Yeah. I don't think so, no. Why? Why would Mr. Bombastic be a Slayer? That seems way too specific. That is so bizarre. Oh, Blue Jack, your line.
Was bizarre? You all right there? Do you have proof?
Objection!
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. As proved, the wiretap was placed before the murder. Ah.
Oh, right.
Do we have like an affidavit or something?
I don't know right now. I'm just kind of pressing him on everything because I don't think I can get in trouble for that.
That suit looks dry clean only, so get ready to get pressed.
Was it really you that went into the office? Jenny says Luke's aunt and uncle grow weed. Yeah, that makes sense.
I can believe that.
I believe that Obi-Wan does it too. Or was it Miss May?
Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's.
If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Now, we haven't done a check on those prints. Yeah, well, hold on. I mean, to be fair, like, not everyone's, like, fingerprints are the sister or whatever. It still could have been April May.
True.
You know what's really funny now that I think about it? Like,
What?
how, like, a fingerprint, for, like, fingerprint to be good evidence, it has to be, like, relatively clean and, like, and what's the word? Like, you have to be able to tell it that it's a specific type of fingerprint or whatever. And I was just thinking, do you think anyone's ever like left fingerprints and been like, oh no, I'm gonna get caught, but they left like so many fingerprints that they couldn't get like a clean print, like it was just a bunch of overlapping like oil?
It's like the fingerprint version of when they tried poisoning Rasputin with two different things and they just canceled each
They
other
canceled
out.
out. Well,
He
more
drank
like,
it
more
all
like-
and said, I feel fine.
Yeah, I had a friend who actually like learned Russian. He told it way better, but he learned about like Rasputin and how like, yeah, it's like, oh well, they gave him like what was it, like antifreeze and like some other like, I don't know, chemical, but the thing is that they end up like canceling each other out. And then I was like, neat, but also when I retell this story, I'll have to remind everyone to, you know, don't try this at home.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Dude, don't.
Yeah, don't.
If you're an impressionable mind, first of all, get off this channel. There's a lot of swearing and shit, and you know, you don't, like, just go away. We don't need that. Your line.
But, right. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fainco law offices. No, I was saying it's more like the equivalent of, like, a kid playing with tape, where, like, they had too many overlapping fingerprints, it would just be sort of a layer of just, like, finger oil.
Right.
And you wouldn't be able to tell, you wouldn't be able to get, like, a fingerprint if they were all done within the same time frame.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and it's in green text.
Why did you tap me as foe?
Objection! This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Well, I think it does.
I
because
feel like
it's
it
not
should.
mutually exclusive. He could have tapped the phone and then gotten caught and then killed her.
Yeah, that's also true.
Like, just saying.
Yeah.
Blue Corp is a detective agency.
You are not a
So-
detective agency. You're
Dude,
if like
how-
Mark Zuckerberg started a business that was just a bunch of Mark Zuckerbergs just doing
It's like-
shady shit.
It's like if Mark Zuckerberg was voiced by Patrick Warburton, but acted by I'm thinking like Henry Cavill type.
Henry Cavill.
That would be
I
so
can see that.
surreal
I
if
can
you
see
had
that.
to. I would. It would be so surreal if you did that in a movie, like you ADR'd, like, and you had an actor do the thing, but then you had like a whole different voice, like, just placed onto what their lines were, just because you really wanted a different voice. Blue,
Jenny's-
I read that.
Jenny says Rat Boy got effed up. Yep. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. No, the fuck you're not. I'm a.
Blue Corp is a detective agency. Yeah, and I'm a recycling plant because sometimes, because I always eat the crust off of my bread. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality.
We have a responsibility to eat all of the crust. That's where all the good, best nutrition is, or whatever
Probably.
bullshit your parents tell you. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some really good nutrients in there.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'm such a picky eater, but like I really don't care about bread. Like, you can give me that like spread that's just like that just looks like it's a birdseed block for some reason. I'd be like, oh, cool, it's got seeds.
See,
Yeah, it's extra protein.
I'm the
I used to
exact
hate that, but-
opposite of that.
Well, like I used to hate that, but then I was like, oh, this is pretty good. It's like, it's wholesome. It's got that plant protein in it.
That's funny because I'm the exact opposite of that. Like, I'm not a super picky eater. I like a lot of stuff, but when it comes to bread, I only really like potato bread and buttermilk bread. And
Not even like wheat?
the crusts don't bother me. No,
okay.
not really. Like, if I go to Subway and I'm getting a sandwich, I'll get like Italian herbs and cheese because that shit's great. But if
I mean,
when
yeah,
it
I don't
comes
know
to
why.
like at home, like just making a grilled cheese or whatever, it's always potato bread or buttermilk bread because that's the only bread that I like making sandwiches with because
I do wonder what
it
bread
tastes
goes
good.
best with grilled cheddar cheese.
Well, in my opinion, it would be buttermilk or potato.
Oh, I'll have to remember that. Because I know that, like, if you're adding like just some peanut butter on some bread, I feel like wheat's really good because it's got the same kind of like hearty savoriness to it.
Eh. I also like
Let's
garlic
ask our
bread.
audience.
I also like garlic bread. Garlic bread is good.
Garlic bread with garlic on it.
Yeah. Why
Garlic
did...
sandwich.
Yeah. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It reminded me of the fragility of humankind. It was quite stylish. I guess it made a lasting impression on me.
It reminded me of the fragility of Mia's bones when I bashed her to shit with a bludgeoning weapon.
No. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on! Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can plus. Oh yeah, I read that already.
Alright, so points for being thorough.
Jenny says conquest the bread, and she likes sourdough, I guess.
But,
Or
sourdough
no, she said
for...
sourdough, then angry face.
No, that's the triumph face.
Oh.
Yeah, I use that emoji a lot because it's very useful.
Found in Miss May's hotel room. Ah, fuck, what do I do? What do I do here?
Light stand, door, table. What else? The clock, of course.
I feel like the clock is important somehow.
Wait.
Hang on.
The timing. He said that he put the wiretap a week before the murder.
Hang on, I need to read these texts again. Hey, what's up? You haven't called in a while? Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me again. What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Ah, I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Ah, it's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry, I put some papers inside it instead. Is that the evidence then? I'll leave that one up to your imagination. So you don't know. Can I open the Thinker? Have we looked inside the Thinker yet?
Can we look inside the Thinker statue?
Can we? Clock in the form of a statue. The clock's gears have been removed, made by Larry Butts. I don't, man, I don't know.
It would be. I feel like, you know how they make those like little anime statues? They should make it that you can get like a bundle deal where you get the like a Phoenix Wright statue, and you can get it alongside like the Thinker clock. As cursed as the idea is, I feel like, I don't know, at this point I feel like it's got sentimental value. We're like, ah yes, our first case.
Right. He said it was a week before. Of course I had done so to place the wiretap. I had to enter the Fanco offices. Found in Miss May's hotel. Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like it, buddy.
I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. You're gonna need to pick up junk on the side of the road and sell it to buy gas.
Well, that sucks.
Looks like we're playing Jalopy 2017.
Oh, is that what you're referencing? I have not played
Yeah.
it.
I love the sheer concept of Jalopy, where it's like you have this terrible little car, but like also the economics where you get money by just picking up junk on the side of the street and then selling it to the nearest convenience store, like a barter system.
Yeah, that sounds neat.
Uh,
I need to play
and how
Jalopy.
I still can't get over how like I was genuinely kind of broken up about the various like editions of Jalopy, because like the early beta had the grandpa come with you and he would tell you about like various places in Eastern Europe that you were driving through. But in one of the like uh one of the like in between editions, not like the final one, like they accidentally like patched it out or something. And so you would just leave your grandpa behind. So it's just a silent drive with no like fun facts along the way.
Oh, that sounds depressing.
And I'm like, and I was thinking about that, and I was like, that was definitely like a mistake or a glitch of like that YouTuber's playthrough, because there's no way that they wrote up all this dialogue that like shows up in little text boxes. There's no way that they put all of that in, and then we're like, nah, this is a worse gaming experience, obviously.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, that was definitely just a mistake.
Yeah.
The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably.
No more. I can't take this anymore.
You've got this feeling anymore. Jenny says, Galoppy.
Galapi.
Right?
Phoenix Wright and the Thinker
Your
Pez.
palms look sweaty.
Your knees look weak. Arms feel heavy.
Are you giving up? Jack,
What?
you gotta hit the button. I read the
Oh,
line.
sorry. Yes, Your Honor.
No.
No.
Who's this, Miss?
Question
Wait.
mark?
Wait, is this?
Oh, wait.
Is this a reveal?
Is it? What? Who is it? Who could it be? Oh my god. I know that voice.
Yeah, brother.
Ellipsis, turn your head, look over to find me. Oh my god! Oh, I missed her.
I forgot how I did the voice for Mia, so let me try to get back into this. Never give up, Phoenix.
Yeah, that voice was like a million episodes ago. I have no idea.
All I know, it was just like, it was very like serious and just like straightforward.
Yeah. Where am I?
Suddenly, like a Lovecraft story, I passed out and then I woke up and I had to recount my story.
As you do. The
All I
way
can remember is that the two security guards had neckties that were just a little too short, and it was really bothering me.
all I remember is that they were cardboard cutouts.
There are cardboard cutouts that have neckties that are just a little too short.
We need to stream Tales from the Borderlands, because his tie...
Does it have neckties?
It's got a tie, but it's got a tie that's way too long and goes under the guy's belt, and it looks awful.
like a dwarf beard?
And it's fucking hilarious, and everyone makes fun of him for it, as they should, because it's
guy?
a bad look.
Wait, which guy has that?
The main character, Reese. Reese Strongfork. The main lobby. What happened?
As opposed to Reese. Oh, okay. That's
As opposed to Reese Witherspoon, yeah.
Reese Witherspoon. Strong fork.
Yeah. Oh,
Typhon de
right.
Leon and his melee weapon is the what is it, the Gavorkian ham. It's just a meat that's like one of the hardest substances.
I fucking love Typhon de Leon. He was great.
It's funny. I just realized that Typhon de Leon and and what's his name, Hammerlock are like both like
The
pulp
same
adventure.
kind of like adventurer.
Yeah, but they're slightly different flavors.
They're
You know, like
they're definitely like two equally impressive characters that were chilling out in different parts of the land of Ooh, just doing their own thing, while the rest of the story was happening.
this is like Billy's early years. Billy.
Billy! Man, Billy would have been best friends with both of those guys. Oh man, that's the crossover we need.
Here's what I'm wondering. Do you think like Billy gets like a does Billy get like a redemption arc kind of deal where he's like, oh, I guess I could go out and fight monsters again?
I mean, only the first time you see him. After that, he like, spoilers, he like gets possessed by the Lich and then kind of just is dead for the rest of the show. Yeah, we're really
Right.
deprived of Billy content, and it is a fucking crime.
There's so much room for more Billy.
Because, like, the more you learn about him, the more you're like, why didn't we get more of this guy? And then you learn Canyon exists, and it's like, where's she been?
In a canyon somewhere.
I want more Canyon. Canyon's great. I
like Canyon because I'm immediatly drawn to character designs. It's just, what is this big lady?
Big lady, yep. Yes, please. All I want is a giant woman. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Oh, hello, Mia.
Ah, you're finally awake. And he passes out again.
Well, and he passes. That's really funny.
I was listening to the HP Podcraft or whatever it's called. It's a Lovecraft podcast, and there was a story. Fun fact: there was a story that Lovecraft did on commission for Houdini, like the Houdini. And although it's pretty neat, the bit that Houdini had an issue with that I completely agree with him is that Lovecraft had his classic moment where he's like, and it was then that I fainted, and Houdini was like, this story was going pretty well, but then you had it that I fainted in this story, and like I'm an escape artist, right? Like if I fainted under pressure, I'd just be dead. Like
yeah.
I would have just. They'd have to fish me out of a tank somewhere.
yeah. His whole career kind of depends on not just passing out under pressure. Otherwise, he dies.
I really like that concept behind the scenes because I'm like, that works. That's really interesting. That would have been really interesting if that was like fully understood, where like Lovecraft was working against type and being like, had I been a lesser man, I would have lost consciousness then, that sort of thing.
Right.
Where he like acknowledges that like he wouldn't have passed out, but instead he was just like, yes, I passed out.
Right.
Hey, Phoenix. Editor, put in Demolition Man shouting Phoenix. Yeah. That's no way to greet an old friend. Editor, add in a clip of someone slapping that non-Newtonian fluid gack stuff, preferably if it's like bright green.
Gack.
Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Now look at your man. Now look at me. Now back to your man.
Looking at me again, passing out again.
What?
What? Okay, hi.
Stop.
Maya?
Didn't you know that faith women have strong psychic powers?
Of course you do.
Jenny says geck. Absolutely gack-like behavior.
Gecks are doing some suspicious shit over there. Handling weapons like they're fucking Viking trying to handle weapons like they're Vikings. Y'all know you're not supposed to mess with weapons.
I'm gonna need you to the Viking when anyone in the galaxy uses a weapon? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. They just show up like a Skyrim guard. You there?
Stop! You
You
violated
dare.
the law. I am the weapons man. Only I'm allowed to have the weapons. I feel like the Viking, like if you just followed like Viking lore, it would end up being like one of those like Yakuza games, because of the limitations on weapons, you just have a lot of like martial arts, you know, or like a classic Ronin tale where there's like a sword law, so you have to use like a wooden sword.
That sounds
A
neat.
wooden blaster.
We gotta get back to playing No Man's Sky, dude. It's been a while.
Yeah, I feel like I would end up doing like just whatever the main missions are, occasionally running into like anomaly worlds.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at now.
Once you get like a stasis device farm going, you're like, oh, I guess I can retire. And you're like, oh, right. I think I broke the. It's not like I broke the resource system of the game. It's more like I'm like, oh, okay. So this is how you would you get all your monies and stuff. And now I should probably like, go through the plot of this thing.
Right.
Like I should have.
There's a whole lot more game to play. Yeah, man.
You
No
accepted
man.
your defeat in court. Because that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers.
Of course it was. What kind of anime bullshit is this? So Maya's channeling you, Mia?
Why are you wearing it like that, though? Why?
I
Mia?
don't. Who knows? I don't know. Because reasons. You're lying.
That's 10 pounds of meat. It's 10 pounds of meat in a 5-pound bag. I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. Mia is Maya's stand.
Of course! Don't you know anything about JoJo?
Jenny said, after Jenny said Gek, she says, there's 100 of them. I feel so clean, like a money machine. That's what I came here to tell you.
Thanks, spooky
You have,
ghost
like,
lady,
some kind of secret legal advice. You don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. Already won.
Oh, sick. I guess I'll go home now. Huh?
You have the receipt. That receipt in the court record, right? Yeah! I was hoping the receipt would show up again. Receipts are really useful because they're they got timestamps on them.
Yeah.
And it's very unlikely for someone to manually alter a receipt for, you buying a donut or whatever.
Right.
So they work pretty well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the one you wrote.
Phoenix. Right? Well, White wrote that, not me. That's not admissible in court. See, here's the thing, though.
Ah, shit. So what do I do with it?
Look at the front of the receipt. See that? Yeah, you were right, Lujak. You were right.
Ah!
The big brain on this guy.
The front?
The front? Yes.
It's a regular receipt. You don't say. What's the timestamp on it, Phoenix? Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000? Wow, big spender. Item? Glass light stand!
Data purchase.
Data purchase September 4th! Whoa, September 4th!
That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
Whoa! Whoa.
What did Mr. White say in his testimony? Alright, you can reel it back a bit, Mia. I think we can take it from here.
Yeah, I think we got
Don't
it
make
now.
it too easy for us.
Yeah.
It'd hardly be sporting. If I use my dominant prosecutor, it'd be over too quickly.
Your line. Oh wait, no, we read that already, huh?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't the testimony. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder!
There you go. He couldn't have possibly seen it a week before the murder.
No, he could not have.
Because it wasn't there.
Nope.
I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent, and you just gotta prove it.
Hell yeah, right! Seat updated, the court record, in the court record. Thanks, spooky ghost lady.
I'm glad that you pointed that out. I'm glad that I got to expand on it, and I'm glad that it showed up.
Yeah, that was great. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1.
If I built a game like this, I would totally make it that you can speedrun it by like checking items early and being like, wait a minute, this is a receipt. And so you would end up skipping that like whole dialogue bit. Like the plot wouldn't be as satisfying, but it would just be like the shortest possible way.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, how do you get through this? Bam, 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 done.
Right,
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright, because I guess that's what the trial is now.
I guess.
Mr. Defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? You seem like you have seen a ghost.
Yeah, fine, Judge. Totally didn't see a literal ghost just now.
Or a phantom or a specter.
Nope, nothing weird.
I think all specters are ghosts, but not all ghosts are specters.
Nothing weird or supernatural going on here, man. Hey, you know Batwoman punched a ghost once? That's some crazy shit.
I punched a ghost.
I punched a ghost? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
I love the bizarreness of the villain that was involved with that, where it was like it feels like a good like concept, but I remember it being like poorly executed. But I love the concept because it feels like an SCP where it's like, oh, I can like give people aspects of legendary things by hyping them up, and then like what's the word? And then the more like aspects of that thing I give them, the more they can become that thing. And they wanted to like turn like Killer Croc into like the dragon Tiamat or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, sure, why not?
Might as well, I guess.
Yeah, but like the ghost thing, they turned like some random person. They used their magic or whatever, and they turned one person into La Llorona, which I'm mispronouncing, I
What?
think. And yeah,
What?
the river ghost lady.
What Batwoman run was this? Because I haven't actually read it.
It would have had to be New 52 because that's when I was reading like all the comics.
Man, I got New 52 was rough because I was looking at the Teen Titans and I don't know how well they were received, but I was not a fan of the Teen Titans run in the New 52.
You know,
what I
so...
really liked was Red Hood and the Outlaws. More so in Rebirth, they had problems in New 52, but after Rebirth, they got really good.
I think my favorite thing out of that sort of happened with the New 52 was probably like the Harley Quinn comics, because not only were they really good, but when there was like the DC Rebirth, they were like, all right, so we're fixing up the timeline. We're gonna figure out where all of these Robins fit in, because that was like a thing where it's like, oh wait a minute, if Batman's only been around for like 5 years, how's he already got like 5 Robins? And they like patched up the timeline, but then like the Harley Quinn time, or the more recent like events of Harley Quinn, how like the last couple of years she's just like really living her best life and making friends and just being a way healthier individual. I'm glad that that was just unchanged, like that completely survived Rebirth. And it's just, yes, this is just the plot now. And I'm like, good, she deserves to be happy.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I'm rewatching Steven Universe and I'm almost done with it now. I'm on the last season and you know, I love Steven Universe. It's a great show, but there are some episodes where if I think about it too hard, that feels like they should not have happened. Like I watched the episode where Steven and Connie both went to that annoying prick Kevin's party to talk to each other. And you know,
And it's like,
that whole thing
why
should
meet
have
up there?
just been like, as soon as Steven heard him mention inviting Connie, he should have just texted Connie and been like, hey, look, man, I'm down to talk, but not at Kevin's party. If you want to meet up, then go to the beach or something. Like, that whole episode feels like it could have just been avoided with, like, a text message.
We could meet up anywhere in Beach City as long as it's not there.
Literally
we could go to the
anywhere
arcade, we
that
can go to
Kevin
the
is not
boardwalk,
there.
We can go to Suitcase Sam's, which we've never seen in the show.
It's
there.
And I have the same problem with the human zoo thing that happens, because, like, that whole thing happened because Steven was like, I had a weird dream, and the Gems were like, I don't want to talk about this thing that you're so obsessed with right now. And Garnet, with her future vision, couldn't have been like, hey, Steven, there's a possible branch in the timeline where if you go to that now, you'll get abducted. And so will your dad. Like, they could have been mature, treated Steven like a grown-up, and been like, look, man, this shit sucks to talk about, but you're a big boy and you deserve to know this stuff. So we're gonna hash it out like a bunch of grown-ups. And then Garnet could have been like, hey, yeah, we'll go there, but not now, because Blue Diamond's whack. Like, that whole episode, that whole story arc could have been avoided if Garnet's future vision didn't only exist when the plot needed it to.
Man.
It's very frustrating. I love Steven Universe, though. I have more good things than bad things to say about it. But the bad things they bug me.
Also, shout out to anyone who's watching this on YouTube and they're like, oh, I remember Suitcase Sam's. It's like one of the most obscure characters in the whole show that like just only appears in like background shots. He's got like an eye patch. And
yeah.
We only know that there's Suitcase Sam because the animation notes are like, here's Suitcase Sam. And we know that there's a place in Beach City that's called Suitcase Sam's, so we know that that's where they work, and that's it. We don't even know what they sell there.
Yeah, they
Presumably
exist.
Suitcases.
They exist purely as like just decor. They are there to exist and not be interacted with. We should probably wrap up.
Yes, we should.
Go watch Steven Universe if you haven't yet. It's actually really good.
Yeah, and when you're done with that, I feel like the proper path is you gotta watch Adventure Time, which is a lot of episodes, but it's pretty good. Adventure Time, then Steven Universe, because you had people from Adventure Time moving on to Steven Universe. And then you have to watch OKKO, because Ian Jones-Cordy, who did some of the animation for Adventure Time and the animation for some of the early seasons of Steven Universe, like, basically he got his turn to like have his own show, and he made it, and it was really cool. And it is a great combination of really cute and all the gals in the show are thick as hell.
OKKO is also on my list, but I keep hearing Over the Garden Wall getting thrown into that same group. So I'm probably gonna go watch that after Steven Universe,
I think,
and then probably OKKO.
I've seen a bit of Over the Garden Wall. It's interesting in that it's on my list of there's like this resurgence of like modern isekais, where like Infinity Train happened, and then we got like Owl House and Amphibia like concurrently.
Infinity Train and Owl House are both other ones that I need to watch.
I don't know. I finished Owl House, so now I guess I should watch through Amphibia, figure out how that goes, and Over the Garden Wall, which I believe we already have on the community server.
I got like a backlog of cartoons right now, but I'm probably gonna go rewatch an Adventure Time once I get through all the stuff I'm interested in right now, because I fucking love Adventure Time and I want to watch it again. It's
Get
so
Adventure
good.
Time, and then just a box set of Adventure Time appears.
It's so good.
Get axe. Get baseball bat.
Jenny says decor people. Fucking decor people. And she also says, Blue, stop being whack and committing crimes. Yeah, Blue, what's wrong with you?
And how does your hair work?
Tell me, what's the use in feeling blue?
I honestly, I really love that song because of the what's the use of feeling blue? But it's like it's like a pun. It's a play on words because it's feeling blue, like feeling sad. But it's what's the use of feeling blue? Where Yellow Diamond is avoiding feeling sad by just completely like avoiding feeling anything.
Yeah.
Which is how she's like handling it.
Yeah, and it's not healthy. None of the diamonds have good mental health. And you know, they probably shouldn't be allowed to just continue running a government after what happened at the end of the... I mean, look, man,
Yeah.
even Naruto, when it got down to Madara and, like, Kaguya and Black Zetsu was like, okay, no, fuck these people. Madara can go have his little powwow with the first Hokage, whatever, fuck him, I don't care. Kaguya, you get sealed. Black Zetsu, you get sealed with her. Fuck both of you, y'all don't get redeemed. You're just... go away. No, go. You're bad.
Yeah, I like
existing.
the concept that the diamonds have to like sort of start from the ground up by like just living among like other like gems and being accountable to them.
Yeah.
I feel like you would need some kind of like magic gem technology that would like shrink them, and then they could be like, okay, now we're just gonna walk around and learn how humans work and to appreciate things like these little green earthlings, grass.
They would be.
I don't know their names.
They would be shrunk down to Peridot size, and Peridot would be in charge of like getting them accustomed to Earth.
I would love if there was a character in Steven Universe that was like Azimuth from Ben 10, who was like aware of like little bits of continuity, and he was and they were a gem, and she'd just be like, has anyone else noticed this timeline this timeline's all over the place? So many unresolved questions. And has anyone else noticed the Peridot's been shrinking for a long time? Because have you ever seen those like charts where it's like Peridot without the limb enhancers, and then like as this sort of the episodes go on, like there's just shorter and shorter Peridots, like she just shrinks to like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of miss Peridot's limb enhancers. I get that like hair losing them is probably symbolic of her like peeling away the mask of gem loyalty she's had to wear all the years and embracing her inner abilities and whatever. But look, man, the limb extensions were cool. She could fly around with them. The fingers like floated around and were all magnetic. She could do cool shit. It was neat. It was cool, and I want her to use them again. Combine that with her metal powers.
Lapis, you need to take me to the ocean and find my limb enhancers. Have you been watching Full Metal Alchemist again? Yes.
I want to be a metal gem.
I want to be the full metal gem.
I want to be a full metal Peridot.
Auto mail.
Anyway.
What if Elric could just like fly around with his fingers?
Edward
Well,
Elric
thank you
just
so much.
flying around with his magnetized automail fingers flapping around.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I've been Taylor.
I've been Lujak. Jenny says Dorito introduced the diamonds to anime. Yes! Introduce them to anime. It'll heal your
I'm
souls.
reminding you to take care.
Stay awesome.
Don't drop your limb enhancers into the ocean, even if it's symbolic. That's littering.
And watch some good animes. The good anime can change your whole worldview. It's good shit.
He's right, judges. He's right. He's changed my whole worldview. Thank you.
Bye. Wait, fuck. Where's OBS? There's OBS. Okay, bye.